I've attempted suicide 5 times.
Oh my God.
I've got some scars where I almost did myself in, and then I took enough Seroquel and benzos to kill me, but I was found in time.
Sitting here today with Josh Dial, probably one of the world's most famous campaign managers. And the reason we're sitting here today is to talk to the youth of America about the importance of seeking counseling and being open about mental health. Our motto, as you know, at Sip of Hope, is that it's okay not to be okay. But that's a message that gets lost. There are thousands and thousands of young people who feel they don't have anyone to turn to, that they're going to be ashamed and embarrassed by their peers if they reach out and ask for help. So I'm going to start by noting that there are probably a few Americans out there who haven't seen Tiger King. For those precious few, could you talk to them about the traumatic event that you experienced?
Sure. So, I was campaign manager for Joe Exotic, who was featured in the Netflix documentary Tiger King. He was running for governor, and his husband had come into my office. He had got a new gun. We were talking. He said the gun wouldn't fire without a clip. I said, really? And at that point, he put the gun to his head and pulled the trigger, and it fired. This is classic PTSD stuff. It was a shock. It wasn't like, hey, I'm going to kill myself. It was a shock. And what I found to be the hardest, and what I hope more people can take away from, is that it's okay to ask for help. Just because you didn't go, overseas or fight in the war, or maybe develop PTSD from the military, does not mean you have to be ashamed. Come out of the closet, because I have finally come out of the closet. I've asked for help, and my life has gotten so much better. I mean, there are so many ways that one can acquire PTSD and depression. A lot of folks are out of jobs right now. Having no income, that in itself is traumatic to some people.
Tell me a little bit about how you avoided or postponed dealing with what you experienced.
I compartmentalized everything, because the thing is, with my experience, Joe's husband shot himself in my office. That next day, and from that day, a year and a half on, every 6 days a week for a year and a half, I had to go back to that office and continue working. Same office, with the bullet still in the wall, embedded in the wall.
Tell me your feelings about the difference between facing pain and running away from pain.
Unfortunately, I did the most unhealthy thing you could possibly do, and I buried it. And I buried it so deep that it took so much resolve, and not only resolve, but help from other people. You have to talk about this stuff. It doesn't even have to be with a therapist. Talk about it with your friends. Talk about it with your family. That's the key for me to kind of where I unburied and uncompartmentalized the trauma I went through. I started talking about it, doing stuff like this. Yeah. If I can help one person, then it'll make me feel better, and I call it a win.
Have you sought clinical support?
Like I said before, I kind of did the foolish thing, said, I'm a man, I can handle it, I'll be okay. So I didn't seek help, but I've been institutionalized. I've attempted suicide 5 times.
Oh my God.
I've got some scars where I almost did myself in, and then I took enough Seroquel and benzos to kill me, but I was found in time.